In understanding the A, B, C, and D in making visualization go from a dream to reality is to understand that A is to allow ourselves to have those visions, to have those dreams. B is to allow ourselves to understand through belief that what we're envisioning, what we are hoping will happen, can actually happen if I take the proper steps. So we can believe once we understand what we need to do to achieve that goal, that dream that we're looking for. C is clarify. We really need to clarify how we're going to make our dream into a reality, how we're going to take our visualization of being successful, scoring that goal in overtime, making that big save in overtime, raising that cup over our head when we're victorious, clarifying how that's going to happen, and even why we want that to happen. D is dreaming, allowing ourselves to eliminate all the don'ts, allowing ourselves to eliminate all the things that might keep us from doing, but truly allowing ourselves to have those dream visualization moments that will allow our goals to grow and grow. Many years ago, several years ago, a book came out that was very, very popular called The Secret. And this book had so many great lessons and stories within it. But when you took all those stories and lessons and you brought them down to the core essence of what this book was all about, the underlying story message was: allow yourself to take your dreams and put them out there into the universe so that good things can come to you. When you allow yourself to believe and you clarify those beliefs, those dreams become reality. It's almost like saying, if you go to a restaurant and you choose to sit in your booth and you never put up your hand and you never indicate to the waiter or the waitress that you're hungry, and their policy is one where when you're ready to order, we will come and serve you. Well, if you never put your hand up and you never let them know that you're hungry, and more specifically what you're hungry for, you're just going to sit in that booth all day long, all night long. And you're going to sit and watch everyone put smiles on their faces, enjoy what they're eating, enjoy the desserts that they're consuming, and you're going to be wondering, why are they so happy and you're not? Why are they getting all the things that they want but you're not? And what it comes down to is they've put it out there. This is what I want. So how do we do this? Well, it's order for us to make a visualization statement come to reality. We need to see it, we need to believe it, and we need to work to achieve it. How do we do this? Well, plain and simple. It's important for us to take the visualization elements that we have and apply the A, B, C, and D. Allowing. Step one, allowing. Allowing ourselves to understand that our dreams can be a reality. Allowing ourselves to dream is a huge element to creating a visualization into reality and practice. But when we talk about allowing, what does this mean? It truly means that we have to take the time, only a few minutes a day, to allow ourselves to put what we want in front of ourselves. How do we do that? Well, I'll explain that to you as we go along. B, belief. Believing that if we follow the steps that we need to follow, such as training, dieting, working on our game, working on our skill sets, we believe that we work on these different skill sets and the things that we can control, we will be successful. We will achieve our goals. We will make the things that we visualize in that mental movie in our head, we will make those come to fruition. We'll make them happen. C, clarity. Clarifying what exactly it is we want, how we're going to get it, and why. What is the big why within us for wanting all of this? And that's something that we're going to talk about a little bit later as we go along. D is dreaming all over again. It's taking A, B, C, and D and putting it together. And what I mean by that is when we allow ourselves to visualize, when we believe in what we're visualizing, when we clarify how and the why behind our visualization, that dreaming element gets more sophisticated. It becomes more real. It becomes more practical, and it becomes something that we can easily apply because the movie in our mind gets crisper. It gets louder. It gets clearer. We can almost feel, taste, smell everything that's going on in that mental movie. It's important for us to know that neuroscience has proven through numerous different experiments that our mind, through visualization alone, can change our brain and the way that our brain works. So a lot of you have probably heard the term neuroplasticity. Well, what that means is if we practice things long enough and hard enough, we can take different skill sets and we can make them into reality. Here's what I'm talking about. Many years ago, you were probably taught how to tie up your shoelace. You were tying it through different rhymes, different rhythms, whatever it may be, and now you've just made it something that you do. That's neuroplasticity. Taking a skill and simply applying it again and again to the point where now you do it and you don't even need to think about it. Neuroplasticity starts with visualization. When we can visualize what we want and the pattern in which we need to follow to make it happen, we can easily do things without even thinking about it and without even having to see it. 30 to 40% of our skill improvement happens automatically. It happens automatically when we visualize. Think about that. You can improve your skating stride, your shot, your save style, save speed, goal scoring, hitting, passing, all by 30 to 40% just by visualization. Creating that neuroplasticity within your brain so that you don't even have to think about what your skill requires you to do. Think about this. How much quicker would you be in certain situations of a game that might stall the normal athlete? How much faster will you be than your competition? How much stronger will you be than your competition? Think of one of the old sayings that legendary hockey player Wayne Gretzky used to say, "I go to where the puck is gonna be, not where it's at." Think about how much quicker you will be in order to implement that saying into your game with visualization. How do we do this? Well, one of the big hows is we need to implement something called emotion. I want to break emotion down for you and explain to you how implementing emotion is going to give you more motion in your game.